It's November 2016, and today I'm making an E5 blaster for the battle droid I'm building. His name is Private Roger. Get it? For this build, you'll need scrap EVA foam, scrap PVC pipe, craft foam, a Sharpie, silver rubbing buff, hot glue, paint, a sharpening stone, a respirator mask, goggles, a rotary tool, scissors, razor pens, or a box cutter. I've had the pep files for this one for a while now, but they're not totally accurate to the movie, and the droid I'm building is really more based off of the Clone Wars cartoon anyway. So I just used the handle template as a point of reference and threw away the rest because I'm sick of trying to make things accurate in Star Wars. There's no continuity, none whatsoever. And oh my god, this build just instantly became infinitely less complicated. Like, I think I could have built this back in 2011 or whenever the hell I built the Tommy gun. You could basically do this the day before a con, let it dry overnight, and have a pretty decent looking cosplay piece the next day. So I made the barrel out of sections of PVC with foam spacers at the joints to hold the barrel in the center. Once I got the basic barrel core finished, I used more scrap foam pieces to build up the details. Again, this is not totally screen accurate. I took reference photos from all over the place and just split the difference. Like, I'm sure that magazine is way too big, but it doesn't matter. Those foam bands are where the supports attached for the upper handle? Is that what that is? Definitely not a scope. I have no idea what it's supposed to be, but I'm making it out of a wooden dowel held in place with narrow PVC pipe. Cover the forward barrel section with craft foam. This will eventually be the heat cowling. You may want to cut out all the little holes first. It's really up to you. The grip has this pattern on it, so I made that out of this type of EVA foam that has a similar pattern on one side. And as you can see, that was the last piece of gray foam that I had with that pattern that was big enough for the grip, so the other side is on red foam left over from the airstrike build. You can't really see it real well. Let me just brighten it up. There we go. I used my rotary tool to round off the end cap on the back there. Basically any cut that came out jagged or rough or whatever, I used my rotary tool to fix it. Now for that part under the barrel, again, I don't know what it is. It's part of a space gun, has some made up purpose. It's all just shapes cut out of foam, except for that one. That's excess X-carb tread. I don't think I used a ruler once during this build to actually measure anything. May have used it as a straight edge later on, but this is more like a sculpture piece than any of my other builds. Make the tapered part of the barrel out of craft foam, and when that's done, cut out all the little rectangles of the heat cowling. I used a few of them as little detail greeblies, but I tried not to overdo that. I added a few machine screws and then gave the whole thing a coat of ultra flat black as a base coat. Normally, if I was being precise and I wanted the paint job to last for years, I'd coat the whole prop in white glue and or Plastidip first, but this prop only has to last a few weeks and will only be handled for like 2 shoot days, so I'm not worried about that. When the spray paint had dried, I went over the edges with silver rubbing buff, thus simulating wear. Now these guns aren't generally depicted as having a ton of metallic wear, which is fantastic because the rubbing buff technique doesn't work nearly as well on unsealed EVA foam, just so you know. And that's it. Now head off into battle and never hit anything ever. Unless your name's Natalie. Hey, thanks for watching. If you want to know how to make other Star Wars props, here's some links, annotations, or cards if you're on a mobile device. There's also a link to my Patreon page up in the corner if you want to support the channel, and I'll have a new build video up in a week or so. Oh, right. What's your favorite Star Wars blaster? Let me know in the comments below. Jake out!